Hear me okay? I'm just recovering from a cold and I'm at a bar that's playing music. Can you hear me okay? What's going on, guys? Miss you guys. Have some downloads or whatever, but really I just wanted to tap in with you guys, see how you're doing. Patreon gang, I have a bunch of content I'm going to upload this evening. There's one reading in particular that I'm going to share with everyone. I channeled it yesterday and I just feel divinely guided to share it with everyone. So yes, I'm going to post it on Patreon first though, because it is technically Patreon content, but I'm going to share it probably tomorrow. Hey guys, I know I look really rough because I'm exhausted, okay? I've given everything I've got into life and everything that's been going on and the mission, and thank you to everyone who's donated. And yes, I'm going to give you guys updates on everything at the end. But right now, I just wanted to quickly thank you guys. We're going to get into these downloads. I'm also just going to pull cards to see what the divine brings our attention to, because I haven't been really tapping into the collective consciousness. Honestly, I've been really I'm not going to say I haven't been tapping into the collective consciousness, but I've been really in a reflective state, but I've also been extremely triggered. Some deep stuff, and I've been very emotional with everything going on and everything I've seen on the road. There's just some things that I saw collective that you can't unsee, you know what I mean? And things I've smelt that I can't unsmell, and it's been a lot, for everyone who's prayed over the wool of Jamaica. I appreciate you. May God continue to bless you. And but yeah, I'll have some updates for you at the end. But as always, let's pray, okay? And then we're gonna go pull cards and see what the divine wants to bring our attention to, okay? Thank you guys. Hey Angie. Hey Fruitse. Thank you. I have been working my butt off, but I also have been projecting a lot of my own wounding and shit externally. I was in a psychosis for 2 weeks. Didn't eat, didn't sleep. I'm also dealing with and I know it has to do with the integration of my divine feminine energy and masculine energy within, which of course is inevitably happening externally, but it's triggering the old paradigm. So the karmic feminine, the karmic masculine energy, even though I'm still in karmic energy, what I've superseded is really it's really triggered. But I've been getting really dark energy. Forget the karmic feminines, that's a regular day in the works for a divine feminine, but the karmic masculines are so triggered by divine feminine right now, or any kind of exertion or evolution or integration of divine feminine energy. It's really, really sick. We'll talk about that later. That's not one of the, look at the divine feminine at the bottom of the deck. Yeah, absolutely. We'll talk about that later. But before we pray, there was some downloads. There was only 2. Yeah. Sorry if I'm a little bit all over the place. Just bear with me. So the first download was, it feels and it looks different up close and personal. Now, this could be anything. For some of you, you're in long distance relationships and things are going to look and feel differently when you close the gap. Some of you guys are planning to spend more time with somebody than you ever have before, or some of you guys are planning to move in with your long distance partner. You're not going to be in a long distance relationship anymore, and things are feeling different, they're looking different, but it's really a lot more clear. You're getting the real reality of the situation, which is what I'm gathering, okay? So there's also manifestations, things that you've asked for, prayed for, really wanted, that are coming in, and they look and feel differently than what you were possibly yearning for or anticipating would make you feel. So for example, some of you guys got engaged and you thought that it would feel a certain way, or some of you guys got a promotion and you thought it would reflect or make you feel a certain way or give you a certain level of validation or change to your way of life, and it might not be. For some of you, it looks and feels different because it could be more than what you anticipated. You could have been underestimating the impact of something on you, or how excited you would be, or how happy, or how nervous, or something of that nature. It's just, I think something looked and felt different when it was over there, and now that it's over here, you're feeling different about it. You're observing the difference in how it looks. It's not different. The perspective you have on it is different, because when something was far away or not in your energy, and you were yearning for something outside of yourself, or that you felt you didn't have, you could have glamorized it or idolized it or seen it from one side, whether you saw it for all the good, but you didn't see the struggle in it. You saw the glory and the relief, but you didn't see the struggle and the pain that would also come with certain things. Like we said, our new timelines are just karmic cycles, right? A new karmic cycle, an evolved karmic cycle. You're not behind, we just started. Hey. Hey everybody. All right, so we're gonna pray. Oh, and the other message was somebody can't avoid accountability anymore, which has been an energy that has been coming out. But I realized that we read about this hurricane, but I saw it from the perspective of so within, like on a micro level and not on a macro level. Right now, remember all the messages about the sun's gonna come out, there'll be no shade, there'll be nowhere to hide. That's exactly what's happening right now. There's nowhere to hide, there is no shade, there's no fucking trees. Everything is exposed, okay? So we did channel it, I just never channeled it as a hurricane. But let's still look at this from a metaphorical perspective. There's nowhere for someone to hide. The tower, I feel like the tower was creating a safe haven for an illusion, and the divine tore it down, and now whoever was harboring in this safe space, quote unquote, is now fully exposed. So if they aren't okay with the truth, this is gonna really hurt. If somebody wasn't willing to be honest with the people around them about what was going on, what happened, or what their true intentions were, this is gonna be a really difficult time. For those of you that integrated truth, this is gonna be a very liberating time for you, a very validating time. The video that I'm gonna post actually really talked about like justice energy. For those of you, think of Job, the story of Job, that were like karmically tested to not, like the devil made a bet against you that pretty much you would fold. I guarantee you, the devil's like, I guarantee you after everything we do, they're gonna abandon themselves. They're gonna abandon integration. They're gonna abandon their authenticity. They're gonna abandon their love connections. Okay, all of this shit. And it looks like collective, you have not. I read for those who have not. So there was only a certain amount of time that the devil could try to convince you that what was for you wasn't, and you stayed the course. You didn't just find faith, you maintained it. And there are rewards for that. There are destined and fated events highly in your favor of your growth, evolution, and standings here on earth because of it. I hope that makes sense. Is the reception okay? Can you hear and see me okay? Oh my God, I just said, could you see me okay? And I look down and I see Destiny Diamond 24. You see me? That's funny. My name's Destiny, like my actual name. You hear Buju in the background? Excellent, excellent. All right. But yeah, this accountability energy, I feel like for some of you, you're right at the end of an initiation. So everything around you is trying to project on you. And this is what I was talking about in the reading I'm going to share, where there's this balance, this judgment energy that's coming on the mass collective of people. So those that avoided accountability, those who refuse to take accountability are going to have to wait. I see, that's why I have to post it, because I can't remember exactly the way it came in. I have to watch that reading myself. Some of you guys were taking on too much accountability and letting people gaslight you into taking accountability. And some of you guys are releasing the burden of accountability, and it wasn't true accountability, because I just feel like when somebody's accountable, being accountable is very protective of self. You take your part, you own your part, and you leave the rest. You don't take any more and you don't take any less. That's true accountability. It protects the individual. Some of you guys were taking on more accountability for your own manipulative reasons. A lot of people will say, a lot of the people who are the givers will say, I gave and they took. So then why was it so hard for you to let go? You weren't struggling to let go of what you were giving. You were struggling to let go of what you were getting, that you won't admit to yourself because you're looking at what you gave and you're comparing it. You were getting codependency. You were getting validation. You were getting relief from being alone, right? So some of you guys, he never owed his part. He wanted me to own all of it. That's the thing though. So I feel like, if I'm being honest, I know people aren't going to want to hear this, but I've seen this a lot in our community, where we were constantly, especially when we were in the narrative of like, you're the karmic or I'm the divine, like that narrative, instead of just owning it all, our divinity and our karmic nature. I feel like we were projecting a lot of this energy of, well, when they get it together, this will work out. And a lot of people will spend the rest of their life waiting for somebody to get it together and not take accountability for why their own life doesn't move forward, why things aren't changing for them. That's why I told you, blame is a mental illness and does not get you anywhere. It doesn't empower you to make the change and forward movement that you want. You don't take accountability to beat yourself up. You do it because you love yourself and you know you have the power to bring the change that you want in your life. And being accountable is the gateway and the portal to do that. Taking more accountability than you should is narcissistic within itself. It's the putting yourself up on the cross and being the martyr. And that's no disrespect to big bro Christ, because Christ didn't put himself on the cross. He was put there. Okay? So there's a difference. I'm talking about somebody who threw themselves up there instead of being accountable to bring the change that it is that they seek. And a lot of people will attack accountable people because people hate people doing things that make them think about it. If I do something you said was impossible, me doing it is going to trigger what inside of you? Feelings of worthlessness, not having the power. So people will create excuses for why people go out there and go in the arena of life and make shit happen. That's why people always make excuses for why people are successful. They sold their soul, they did this. Not everybody successful sold their soul. Not everybody successful sacrificed the blood, sweat, and tears of something or someone else. That's not true. That's the devil perpetuating the narrative that in order to be successful, you have to follow its lead. And that is not true. Angel gang. And I say angel gang because our path, we never sacrificed anything but our own blood, sweat, and tears, and had the devil trying to convince us otherwise for the longest, and watch us manifest everything the devil said we couldn't if we didn't follow its lead. Watch. I already have enough of it. You should see how I live. Look at the hurricane. My car was completely exposed, not even a fucking scratch on the shit. Why? Because God knew I was going to be out there in mission in that exact same vehicle. Out there helping people. When there's many people who are in a better position than me to help people that won't lift a finger and are only in it for themselves. It is disgusting. Some people are taking this as an opportunity to be better than other people. Well, mine's this and mine's that. Only for God to tear their ass down in another way, shape, or form, because there's this even playing ground that the universe is trying to bring in. This even playing ground is the foundation of the new world. Look at the government shutdowns in America. There's a new playing. It's like something has to tear down in order for the new foundation, the new playing field. It's almost like a new set of rules, I heard. But anyway, we're gonna get into these cards here. There's so much. I feel like I haven't seen you guys in 6 months. That's how many downloads there are. And Patreon gang, again, thank you for your patience, but I'm gonna post a bunch of content tonight, okay? And we will be caught up. So much love and respect for you guys too, okay? Thank you for the donations as always, guys. More than ever. I used to think, you know, don't donate, guys. Like, you don't need to donate to me. I think that was my ego a bit. But regardless, I had to put it aside when I saw the amount of destruction and devastation. It's insane. Thank you to everybody who tipped me personally. You know, I got my coffee, my little luxuries, things to help me calm me down. Put my gas, did all my shit, thank you. And yeah, let's see what the divine wants to get our attention to now. First card out, the 6 of Coins. Love you guys so much. Okay, 6 of Coins, the Star, and the 7 of Swords. And the Devil at the bottom of the deck. Underneath is the 7 of Coins. This was the karmic cycle, the time that the devil had to convince you otherwise, and successfully did not. Like I said, to abandon yourself, abandon this star energy. When you abandon it, your actions reflect that. Whatever this wish fulfillment is, you stayed in alignment with it. And here it comes. Can we clarify this 7 of Swords? Justice, the Hermit, the King of Cups, and the Page of Cups. Somebody realizes this is really powerful, because this is somebody collective that you could have thought you are the black sheep, but this is somebody around you who overcame karmic patterning that you thought you were the only one who did. This is somebody that you did not anticipate, who's taking accountability for some shit. Some of you guys were waiting for justice to come in to somebody, but it doesn't come in because somebody took justice in their own hands, is going to be accountable for something that they did. And collective, remember, this accountability is between this individual and God, and how you handle this is also between you and God. Because for some of you, you're going to be put in the same position as this individual seeking forgiveness from you, as this individual, where you want this forgiveness from another individual. So receive someone's authenticity, accountability, and apology with the same grace that you would want your accountability, honesty, and integrity and authenticity to be received, whether you want to have anything to do with this person again or not. But somebody here with the King of Cups here, the Hermit, 7 of Swords, and Justice, this is somebody doing the right thing. Being accountable for their shadow. Them being accountable for their shadow makes their shadow no longer controlled by the devil. If you don't claim your shadow, the devil will. That's why a lot of people are being controlled by the devil and don't even know it. When you do inner shadow work and claim your own darkness, the devil cannot run you. Doesn't mean you don't deal with the devil and all the bullshit of it. I'm just saying it's not something that can work through you. Or at least not like it used to. Right? When you neglected a part of yourself and abandon it, think of how you abandon a child and what happens when it goes out in the street and what it becomes because of that, and the control that darkness tries to have over it. That's why you don't want children out so young, right? Somebody's doing the right thing, they're being accountable, and it liberates themselves from a very, very dark energy. The universe is asking you with the 6 of coins. You see, this is the giver. Somebody is asking somebody to receive wish fulfillment. But this is you giving, and this is the universe asking you to be in a position to receive. So this means seeing yourself in the people that you're giving to, what you are just so humble to receive from the Creator, Prime Source, Most High, that you go without, that you are gracious and are blessed to receive, because that's this wish fulfillment here. This isn't telling yourself I don't need it and being narcissistic, and no, this is being humble and conscious enough to graciously receive the blessings of the universe, that you are conscious enough now to know that you need. And collective, you've dealt with your own ignorance and also the ignorance of many other people who didn't. Like, I did a whole reading on Patreon about somebody who was in deep regret because they are now asking for something that they once rejected, abused, let go of, didn't see value in, and is now going to God, can I have this? And God is literally showing them the last time they rejected it when God gave it to them, so that they can be very consciously aware of what they're asking for, as well as not make that mistake again. And when somebody goes through the fire, to realize how what they let go, they will not make that mistake again. Okay, now I'm getting all these messages. Okay, let's just get through these quickly. Okay, they're a bit specific. Yeah, 9 of Cups. Some of you guys are going to have a one-night stand with some of you guys. Okay, I'm tapping into like 2 different sets of energies surrounding like the sexual energy or this like casual relationship energy. For some of you, you've never had a one-night stand. You've never been the slutty type, and some of you feel like you're going to like liberate your feminine energy and like, you know, bask in like your whoring energy. And I see you like manifesting I see this masculine looking on a feminine who's trying to like be promiscuous or like be emotionally removed from sex, and this masculine's like, okay, that this masculine's gonna wife the shit out of this feminine, but this feminine's just not. It's kind of weird, like it's kind of awkward, like I don't know, but whatever, fine, you're a whore, you're a real dirty bitch, okay, whatever. Whatever you need to believe, okay? But this masculine is not this, whatever. It's just a funny way for a relationship to start, because it's like somebody's trying to force some like casual connection, and I see the masculine being like, okay, you want to fuck, all right, fine. Sorry, I'm on the and the carry it back, no man. And why can people distract me? This masculine's just kind of going with the flow, but knows, like, I feel like this masculine, it has like a promiscuous background and like knows a hoe when he sees it, and knows that this feminine, who I think I'm reading for, I'm either reading for the masculine or the feminine in this situation, knows that this feminine's not a hoe, but this feminine's really trying to like put it on. Really trying to put on the whatever big hoe. And then now I'm tapping into somebody who is like is very accustomed to like casual relationships, has many one night stands, maybe not many, but it's not a new thing. One of you is gonna get really challenged by this partner. Ironically enough, like sexually they dominate you, but this, I'm tapping again into a feminine who's dealing with a really dominant, it's the King of Cups energy. This masculine is really dominant. Bossy! This masculine is very dominant, but also very sexual. Okay? And this masculine isn't having this feminine, again, trying to like force this casual narrative. But the difference is for one feminine, it's not natural. For the other feminine, it is. For the feminine that it's not natural, the masculine is very like, okay. This feminine is very emotional, maybe even a little bit emotionally unbalanced. I don't know. Do your thing, girl. Do your thing. It's okay. It's a phase. Do your thing. And then there's this masculine who's just there like, all right, we're just gonna fuck. I see this masculine telling this chick, like, some of you guys like have sex and then you're like, I'm gonna go home. This masculine's like, lay the fuck down. It's like, where are you going? It's 2 o'clock in the morning. Like, it's that kind of vibe. Now going back to the other feminine, because this other feminine actually energetically mirrors more of the masculine with the other. Anyways, I don't want to confuse you guys. So the other feminine has had her one night stands, has told herself, and what you have to do the parts, because you could be the masculine, this could be a male I'm talking to, either way. You guys know how to do this now. And this masculine is just not having it. Like, he's just so sexually, he's really dominant. Like, I think he like really dominates someone sexually when usually this person is the dominant one. This feminine is typically the dominant, maybe even emotionally detached one. This masculine is the dominant one sexually, but not emotionally detached. So this feminine's trying to keep it cool. When it comes to her work, like, this feminine's like, why don't we go on a trip to like the Dominican and just like have like, you know, a sexy weekend? This masculine's, why don't we like go and like when are you ovulating? This masculine's like, why don't we go look up places? And I see this feminine trying to like glaze over. This masculine's not going to allow that. This masculine might even give an ultimatum, like, if you don't, like, it's over. And I just don't think this, I think this feminine might have thought she was okay letting this masculine go, and I don't see this feminine doing that. Because the 9 of Cups with the King of Cups equals the 10 of Cups. This feminine, when it comes down to it, is not going to let this masculine go. So it is what it is, okay? And the other masculine is like, whatever, big hoe, like, this masculine's gonna wipe the shit out of this female. Okay, so we're gonna move on from that. There's the 9 of Coins with Temperance. Yeah, something took long, and you're not seeing that. You're gonna see you're about to see the justice in the delay. You're about to see the justice in why something was divinely timed and didn't come in then and needed to come in now. You're gonna see the justice in why it didn't work in your timing and why divine timing is always the better way. You're about to see this in 3D with the Capricorn energy. You're about to see this in 3D reality. With the Hermit energy and the Devil, this is something that happens in the 3D that clicks into your consciousness about life. Like, this is a life lesson that somebody learns in like real time here. You guys are funny. Then there's the Knight of Coins in reverse. I also feel like somebody's trying to make excuses for why a relationship needs to go slow. And I just feel like somebody calls somebody out on that. 7 of Swords. It's like the King of Cups is calling somebody out, like, you're making excuses. You're making excuses. This person goes within and could possibly shock you at the amount of like conscious awareness as to why. You could have been assuming the worst and going into the old karmic cycle and being like, oh, this is why this person's dragging their feet. It's the same old bullshit, you know, the lies, the fucking, they're not available or whatever, but it's not. And this person is going to reveal that. So be careful, like, reacting on the triggering of the old karmic cycle, because somebody here is going to actually share and be accountable, one of the key words of this reading, for why they've been hesitant. And I think this brings a sense of closeness here with the 10 of Cups through the 9 and the King. Justice energy, this is balance. One of the Patreon readings, I think it might be the one that I'm sharing, it was about 2 people getting on the same page. It could also be two people signing a contractual agreement. So there's a lot of people locking in. The Three of Pentacles has been in the readings quite a bit, and that's because people are locking into, people were in the Bordeaux, so they were no longer connected to old karmic contracts, but they hadn't signed new ones yet. And a lot of people have grounded themselves with the Hermit and Justice energy, as well as Temperance, and are ready to make decisions, confident decisions, to be able to sign and back it the fuck up. So this is, again, where Temperance was like, not rushing saved you. Because now you're sure. Now you have amendments. Now you know what you're fully getting into. There's relief. I see some of you guys, there's things that are going to manifest and you're like, I'm just so happy things played out the way they did. These could be things that you were maybe feeling like, I wish they never played out like this, or why did it happen this way, or whatever the case is. Thank you guys. Please like the video so it circulates to the tribe. A lot of people in the tribe know I've been going through it. I've been getting a lot of people messaging me like on WhatsApp and stuff like that, telling me like they're not getting the notifications on Instagram and telling me to like change some settings or stuff. Guys, you know, like I had to release that shit. You guys know I had to release that shit from years ago, or else like I was gonna lose it. Like I was cussing you guys out, like, why didn't you like the video? Like so I let that all go. So maybe just, you know, like an old friend, check in every now and then, you know? Be your own notification. Maybe you don't need YouTube to notify you. Maybe your own consciousness will notify you as to when to look for us. When to tap in, you know? Wow, the Ace of Wands and Death. And the Fool. I feel, collective, I feel like there's a couple of things with this Ace of Wands and Death. I feel like this is what I mean about something feels and looks different now that it's up close and personal. Do you see this manifestation coming in? You were more focused on the transformation, the change that had to occur to align to this. This is it feeling different. Like this is how this is impacting you. One of them have a wicked piece of, this is how this is impacting you. There's an Ace of Wands that completely changes your life, collective. Or at least a specific aspect of it. Definitely with the Ace of Wands and the Hermit, your actual routine. So think about that. What things could come into you, collective, that would change your daily routine that isn't bad and that is exciting? That's what I'm saying. The Angel of Death ushered in this Ace of Wands. This Angel of Death liaisoned you through the portal that led you to this Ace of Wands. On Patreon, this Ace of Wands was on the journey. You were focused on a destination, and on the way there, this Ace of Wands is made available to you. I don't know if it changes the destination or if this is something you bring with you on the way. I don't know. Sorry?
I got it. How are you?
I'm okay, I'm just on live. Yeah, where?
Card.
No. Different kind of cards, these, you know. I started a new relationship. How are they a part of my routine? Now they are a part of my routine. It's insane how much this resonates. Awesome. I felt called to come on today, so here I am. So thank you for the validation. Oh, we're definitely getting a copyright infringement. I need your tenderness. That's definitely the King of Cups, okay? How's Jamaica? Jamaica is devastated, heartbroken, but everybody will push through. I'm here watching the sunset at one of my favorite bars that got a big hit and was fixed and rebuilt back up within a week's time. The guy literally, after he fixed the place, you'd catch him falling asleep at like odd times and then snoring really, really loud. And his wife would be like, every time he would snore loud, she'd be like, he's in fifth gear, he's in fifth gear. He was so exhausted. Everybody's exhausted, but it's just I've never seen resilience like this in my life. Jamaica itself, not being Jamaican, Jamaica itself has awoken me to strength within me that I always knew I was strong, but there's so much more resilience in me. There's so much more, like, I had to make a promise to myself that I wouldn't doubt myself like I have. I'd feel wrong about it. There's nothing I need to do to prove to myself that I can rely upon me. Nothing. The land is powerful. The community's powerful. Everything is powerful. The dogs, the cows, the cats, the trees, everything that's still standing. Human, not human. Can't wait to share the vlog with you guys, but it's hours of editing I have to do, so just be patient. Be patient with me. All right, we have the Three of Swords and the Nine of Wands. And the Ten of Coins. There is a manifestation, collective. I don't even think you know that this is everything you've wanted. But somehow you can feel it because you're juggling something. You're juggling something because you can intuitively feel the weight, the importance, the impact, how good it is for you. But ironically, this wish fulfillment, because the stars here, the Ten of Cups and the Ten of Coins is here. So this is some good shit coming into the collective with death. This is shit that's going to change things. Because there's always good things coming into you, collective. But with death, this is things that change the way you live your life for the better. It's not small, it's impactful. You're going to have to adjust. You're triggered. You're overwhelmed. You weep tears of joy. Like real tears of joy, where you laugh and you smile, but you weep all at the same time. But I feel like just before you weep these tears of joy, this manifestation, or the culmination of these manifestations, okay? It triggers up the wounded warrior. Every wound that these manifestations are finna heal, because we know that Aquarius energy is it's telepathy, it's wish fulfillment, but it's healing, very much like the sun. Your manifestations are gonna heal some deep wounds. But as you know, the deeper the wound, the more it hurts when you clean it out. I'm making that face because I can feel the discomfort. It's like forced vulnerability. You can't help it. It's the dominant energy, both. Like, this is, whether you were the male or the female in those situations, those specific situations, there was an energy that was more comfortable being vulnerable. And this energy is triggering the person. But the tables have turned. I just think, collective, you were always the conduit, or the last time you were the conduit, not this time. I see somebody's love triggering an awakening in you. I see somebody's vulnerability. I'm tapping into this really, like, dominant. This person's so dominant that they don't feel a way about being vulnerable, because no one is going to question their authority or their strength in the midst of their vulnerability, so it doesn't matter. That's... so weird. Okay, for the big hoe, for the new hoe, for the whatever. The masculine is gonna make that person, whether male or female, that person really uncomfortable because they are really like comfortable within themselves. They're not shy. And I'm telling this to somebody who says they're not shy. You are in the presence of this individual. That's what I'm saying. The healer is being triggered by the healer. What happens when the healer bucks up with the healer? Every single fucking wound in the healer gets fucking triggered the fuck up. I also feel like some of you are triggered because you had a perception about vulnerability and who should be vulnerable and who shouldn't. And you're seeing somebody who's really strong, gangster, somebody, I don't know, be vulnerable, and it's challenging you because you said vulnerability was a weakness, but you are intimidated by somebody who is vulnerable. Like you won't cross them. I dare you to make fun of that motherfucker who's crying right now. Like, I dare you. Like, they're not the one, and somebody's intuition knows that, and it's changing the way they see vulnerability. This is good. Shout out to the people in the collective, all of the powerful feeling, when the meek start to integrate. That's the result. When you integrate with your shadow, when you integrate with your inner authority, when you integrate with your inner dark worker, right? It creates this balance where you make it safe to be vulnerable. You don't look around for people to do that like you went when you were a child. So you've done enough inner child healing to not wait for someone to come and make it safe for you. You make it safe for your own inner child, i.e. your vulnerability and your innocence. Exactly. Girl Scout games. Wow, I remember you speaking about the meek integrating, and I didn't understand, and now I saw understanding. Thank you for that validation. A lot of people don't have understanding immediately with what I'm saying and gain it after, but there are a percentage of those people who will attack me and then gain the awareness after. And I just like to get to the... Anyways, I'm just going to let that go. It's not about me. Can you read my cards? You can book a personal reading at Patreon/Queen Cup. If you'd like a personal reading, you can book the Oracle membership. If you want one once a month, you can carry on with the subscription if you only want one. You can sign up for the Oracle membership, and once you're billed, you can just cancel it and you won't be billed again, but you'll have access to all the content for the rest of the month. Okay, but I just do it through Patreon because it's just, I like having the Patreon platform as a security, for security reasons. I pray all is well with you in Jamaica. I'm getting by, absolutely. Yes, I do the personal readings live on either Google Meet or WhatsApp. I'm just about to say that Patreon gang is where you can make bookings. Yeah, and Patreon gang, I'm going to upload a bunch of content today. And for those of you watching, I'm going to post the video. One of those videos I have to share. I knew it right away that I had to share it. So you guys can look forward to that maybe tomorrow or the next day or so. Will I do in-person reading at events in Toronto soon? I would love to do those again. I just don't know when I would make that happen. There's just so much going on. Oh, thanks. I just twisted my hair. It's you know, I haven't put products. I just really neglected. Look at my nails. It's just a mess. But I'm going to get it back together. It's so good to see you're safe. Thank you for taking one moment at a time to recuperate. I really am. I got sick, and I saw it like as a sign from the universe that I was run down and that I needed to take care of myself. Is Mama Tree still standing? I had a dream with that. You look gorgeous. You look so smooth. Thank you. Thank you. All right, guys, thanks. All right, any other messages before we wrap? I only have one deck with me. So we'll pull one of these cards and we'll read it from the book. Because you know Eugene. Okay, let's just... Okay, I'll pull three more. Three of Wands. Okay, the Three of Wands I'm going to read out of the book. And then we have the Ten of Wands, the Queen of Wands, and the Hangman. Some of you guys were projecting a delay on the universe, and the universe was waiting for you. The universe knew you needed to see something from a different perspective. Remember, something looks and feels different now that it's up close and personal, or maybe it's now that you have some space. Now that you've gotten away and you've gotten some distance, things are looking and feeling different. Something you thought you needed, or someone you thought you needed, you might not. Something you thought you wanted, you might not. Or something you thought you didn't need, you really do. Something you thought you didn't want anymore, you're going to be honest and say you do. Something you said you swore you'd never be open to, you're looking at something and feeling differently about it. There's a different perspective coming in, and that's a blessing. Trinidad in the house, hey. Saying forget how far we got into the live. Time flies with you, Destiny. You're a good time. Aw, thank you. You guys are a good time too. Does anyone in here know about the tawny frog? Nope. Eagle view. All right, let's read the Three of Wands out of the deck. Okay, the universe is about to push something through, but there's a disconnect. Because when the universe wasn't in support of something moving forward, you were trying to drag it along. And now that the universe is trying to encourage progression, your ego, also rooted in your fears, is trying to pull the brakes. You need to allow the angel of death to communicate to you what's happening so that you allow it. Sorry guys, it disconnected and came back. Oh, let's just read the Three of Wands out of the deck. I mean, out of the book. Where did it go? Oh, there it is. Yeah, it froze. We back. Okay, since I don't even know what's going on, but I see a lot about frogs. Okay, somebody put the spiritual meaning of frog in the chat. Angel Gege. All right, 301. Opened right there. Also, you can look up the angel number 68. But let's read the Three of Wands. Listen to this good, okay? Three of Wands, a new land, drawing us to its shores. Oh my God, Patreon gang, the last reading where the first card out was the Six of Swords. Anyways, a new land drawing us into its shores. In the Two of Wands. Oh wow. I knew I saw it. Look, it's right here. Okay. So let's look at both of these because Eugene referenced them. A new land drawing us to its shores in the Two of Wands. In the Three of Wands has been reached but not yet developed. This card in the tarot deck often fulfills our desires, but not perhaps that is why the shore we are approaching is not a small island, but a large, rich continent with cities, villages, and large undeveloped spaces. Sounds like Africa to me. This does not put us off the path, but on the contrary, it makes us enthusiastic, makes us want to settle in the new place and make it our own. Our appetite in this map are immense. Where we do not reach, our thoughts will reach, assigning us, hi girl, assigning us ever more extensive territories. There are no limits to our aspirations and ambitions here. When we want something badly, we are not intimidated by difficulties. We want to create our own little world in the place where we have established ourselves, continuing to dream bigger and not wanting to stop there. Therefore, we rush even further in search of exciting adventures, new knowledge and experiences, neglecting all the risks and collisions that arise on our way, meaning authority, enterprise, efforts, trade, commerce, business, development, success, traveling, implementation of plans. In reverse, disappointment, scheming, and no prospects. Which is really fun because if you add the 2 to the 3, that equals the 5 of Pentacles, and you have people wanting to beef you, and it's only because they're living in disappointment and have no prospects, and that's not your problem. They didn't align to prospects. They didn't want, like, it's just so funny how nobody seeks alignment but has this expectation that things should just come into them, not understanding that life is a playground where you get in the field of life and you align to what it is you want through effort, through faith, through study, through experience, and the transmutation of those experiences. Anyways, collective, do not let the people triggered by your forward progression and forward movement, don't let people who didn't align to what you're manifesting project onto you and make you question whether you deserve this or not, or if it's for you. Just because it's not for them, don't let them convince you that it's not for you too. That's how a lot of people play people out of their own abundance. At least on your own karmic cycle, that is. A lot of people talk people out of things that they're begging for again. And they're not going to listen to other people, and they're not going to let somebody fuck up something for them anymore. They're going to listen to their own guidance, and they're going to get in the arena of life and pursue what it is that they desire instead of sitting in the stands, okay? Doing nothing but watching, judging, projecting, and consuming. Not producing, consuming. Anyways, guys, that's the reading. I love you guys so much. Okay, if you want to donate with regards to the charity, I'll let you guys know what's going on. I'm not going to do the emergency kit bags anymore. Okay, we're out of that emergency period. Stores are opening up, ATMs are opening up. People need building equipment. People need money. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to work on donating money to people, but because I need like taxable receipts and I need to be able to document this because I have receipts for everything, I'm going to do it through like the doctor. So I'll tell people like, you know, go and have it all planned out, okay? But I just wanted to let you guys know, gave another donation to the doctor again this week just because the doctor is just doing such great work and offering a lot of support for free. That's one of the most expensive doctors in this part of the island, out there in his car doing God's work. So yeah, really, really happy to be partnering. And just so you know, you made another donation contribution to Dr. Elliott and his efforts in the Jamaica hurricane relief. Okay, so thank you again, Angel Gang. But with the rest of the donation money, I'm either going to, depending on how much more comes in, I'm either going to give it out like almost like charitable donation certificates or whatever, or I'm going to buy materials, building materials, and have the Mandem shell it out, give it away. Okay, guys, but you guys, we got almost $200,000 worth of trap hauling. Trap hauling is this, you know, the blue tarp. So that was temporary shelter for people who didn't have anything. They were so appreciative for that. So thank you, Angel Gang. You guys have helped a lot of people. And I'm proud to be the liaison. Okay, you already know. Corruption witch pot. I need to be more like I need to integrate more of my masculine energy that like spreadsheets and like budgets, and like my inner feminine's like, get it, swipe the card. Like my inner hierophant's like, we have a spreadsheet that we need to. So I need to implement more of my hierophant energy. Anyways, guys, I love you so much. All right, until the next time I see you beautiful people, I'm going to keep you posted. You're going to see me around. Thank you for your patience, but we're not doing this transitionary period. We're doing this together. We're going into the new world together. We didn't do all that work to not do this part together. Angel gang. Love you guys. Ciao. Oh, and as you guys always know, okay, we are, oh wait, before I wrap up, we are getting really low on frankincense resin, and we have frankincense resin left. So if you guys want resin, this is the time to get it, okay? But we're gonna have to put a hold on until we get more resin. You guys bought it all. You guys bought over a ton, literally, of resin through Smudge a Lot, which in the big scheme of things isn't a lot, but for a small business, that's pretty incredible. All right, so, but we might have to put it on pause because I'm not in the country. My mom's dealing with this all on our own. We've got the price of the storage units increasing. We don't have resin. That takes a long time. There's all this trade shit going on. Like, there's just a lot of moving parts. Remember, we're getting resin from like remote areas like Somaliland and Ethiopia, and like just certain places that aren't necessarily easy to get resin, get things in and out. Not just that, we also are working with seasons, right? Harvest season. So there's a lot of moving parts, but I just wanted to update you guys on that, okay? We should have enough resin to get through this Christmas period. That's when you guys buy the most resin. Frankincense, myrrh, smudge kits, the oil, you buy it the most during Christmas time. So I think we have enough to make it through this Christmas, but we're gonna have to put a pause on Smudge a Lot for a little bit because we don't have any more resin. The burners that we got, those are almost gone. And we don't have more burners. Remember, we had to have brass. I wasn't going to settle with aluminum. And I still refuse to settle with aluminum. I got those brass ones from Europe. They were imported from Europe, from China into Europe, and then in Europe they sprayed them, they colored them, and then they shipped them. So anyway, they were really good quality burners, and we would have to find a new supplier for that. And I'm telling you straight, we don't have one. I worked really hard to find the suppliers that we did. So did my mom. So we just have to be patient and work with the current. You know me, I can't force the shit, right? So just wanted to let you guys know that, okay? Some updates. But anyways, I will be back soon, okay? By the grace of God. And I love you guys. Thank you again. I appreciate you. Until the next time, keep letting all beautiful parts of your integrated and in the process of integrating souls live. And trust and believe me when I tell you that the world is a better place with you being your authentic self in it. Not being a sellout, not abandoning yourself, not trying to fit in with the crowd, not trying to go on with the sheep across the... Anyways, I love you guys. Bye.